First up, let's just see if it actually still works. Seems working. Let me just create a simple little NAND gate. So we do.
Are you the future Simon?
Well, I'm not sure if I'm the future Simon, but I don't know. I'm the present Simon now, but the future Simon after when I made the other video. Anyway,
And you've taken someone's advice.
yeah,
Right?
someone named Jonathan wrote back to me on Twitter, and yeah, so I ditched the idea of using a parser. I don't think that's a good idea anymore. The reason being, well, it's just hard to implement, and it also limits some stuff like sequential logic. So I didn't think the parser is the way to go. Then, but Jonathan replied with the idea that I criticized at first, but I now actually quite liked and decided to implement, which was not creating the chip, was not creating a concept, but just literally putting the circuit in the chip, so not with the concept, but like with a circuit. At first I thought this would be hard to implement, but no. I tried it and it worked. Here we go, this is the circuit. So I have a circuit class, and then I've added some special functionality to the chip class that if it's defined by a circuit, we actually do some different stuff to execute the functionality of it. Anyway, let's see if this, yeah, it seems kind of working. 3, 2, 1. Okay, got an and. Now. That's weird.
But does it mean that you're always going to get an and when you hit create?
I am currently. I'm gonna work on a thing where I can type in the name at the top, but right now it's gonna automatically make a thing called NAND. It's a difference between how I store the concepts and the circuits. Both have a property called inputs, but in the concept it's just the number of inputs, and in the circuit is the inputs. Same for the outputs, so I'll actually need to put .length here. Okay, so I'll have to have, it's defined by a circuit. If it is defined by a circuit, I want to do concept.inputs.length. Otherwise, I just want to do concept.inputs. Same thing here. I will say, if it's defined by a circuit, I'm going to have this be concept.outputs.length. Otherwise, I'm just going to have it be concept.outputs. Outputs. What can I type? Let's test it. It still works. Okay, let's create it.
The same.
Why though? So I think I know what the problem is here. So let us make the circuit again. I swear there was some sort of pattern in these random numbers. Right? So this is going to be your NAND. Now if I create it, if I go to NAND, you just get the text, right? But if I add some inputs like this, now it does work. And if I add like 5 inputs and 3 outputs, then I get a 9 chip with 5 outputs.
Oh, so just because there were no inputs and outputs, that's why it gave you plain text.
It's also because, so basically, it doesn't actually contain the circuit. The circuit that I created, it just contains whatever circuit I happen to have at the time of me actually
Pushing the button,
creating the,
dragging it.
yeah.
Oh, that's great.
So the only thing I need to do now is not, if I look at in the sketch.js file, not take the circuit and generate it on the fly, but just like store it somewhere.
Yeah.
So now, similarly to how I made a concepts object, I now made a circuits object also, and hopefully now, by doing the same thing as before, I can do this. What? So, I know what it is. Basically, here in the code, it's not, because arrays in JavaScript are so-called pass by reference, which means that if you pass them in somewhere, it doesn't actually copy them. So it didn't actually make a copy of all of the inputs. It just put all the inputs in there, and if all of the inputs changes, the inputs there will also change, basically. So I have to actually copy them, so I have to actually copy them by hand, and the way I do that is with .slice. There we go. Does it create?
Sweet. So we should say thank you, Jonathan.
Thanks, Jonathan. Now I just need to see if it works. Let's use it just as a basic thing first. Doesn't work. That's the only problem. It doesn't work. Okay, so the problem was actually just that I typed value in a place where I needed to type state, which is a problem that actually occurs quite a lot. Wait a sec. I need to actually change it. That would be nice. Come on. There we go. Hit create. NAND now works. Let's go to here, 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 go to here. Moment of truth. It worked! Now the question is if I have two of these NAND gates somewhere. So for example, this is going to be an XOR gate. If I try that. So which I think requires, there is a way to build it that involves two NAND gates. I think with two NAND gates it isn't going to work because I already have a different problem in mind with this. But anyway, let's create this as a NAND gate. And now I'll create an XOR gate. So an XOR gate is made with an OR gate, first of all, is made with two NOT inputs in front of the NAND. So I'm going to put that in. So that's an OR gate, which is called an OR gate because if one input or the other is on, then the output is on. An XOR gate is if either input is on, but not both of them. So we basically need to switch this OR gate off if both of them are there. So I'm going to put a different NAND gate in, and then I'm going to put an AND gate there. So basically, if I now put these into the inputs of the NAND gates, then what should happen, theoretically, is that if both of the inputs are on, then this NAND gate will be off, and once I connect it to the AND gate, if something is off, game over. So if both of the inputs are on, the output is going to be off. If at least one of the inputs is off, then the output of this NAND gate is going to be on, which means it's up to the OR gate to decide what to output. So let's see. I'm going to put an output in. Now I have a suspicion that this isn't going to work. It did. What? What?
It's working.
I thought I had a problem because they basically like share the inputs and the outputs. So yeah, but apparently it didn't work. It worked. Sorry.
The problem didn't work.
Let's try to create some more complex stuff now. First of all, though, I want to add a little bar at the top that allows me to call it what I want. So let's actually use the DOM library. So I'm going to let chip name input